Welcome to a very special edition of SCOREGolf's weekly PGA Tour Fantasy Preview, and it's special because we are on site at the RBC Heritage at Harbour Town Golf Links in Hilton Head, South Carolina, gathering some content for this year's SCOREGolf television show. And I guess that kind of puts the pressure on for me to pick a winner, but you know what? I'm not really feeling pressure because I picked last week's winner, taking Tiger Woods to be victorious at the Masters, and I've got a couple runner-ups on my belt too. I got Jason Kokrak at the Valspar finished second. My Charlie Hoffman pick at the Valero Texas Open worked out pretty well, and I don't mind that he didn't win because Corey Connors did. But moving to this week, a couple of guys that I like among the favorites are Jordan Spieth and Bryson DeChambeau. We can tell you that Jordan Spieth, nobody was putting in a longer and harder working range session than Spieth here at the RBC Heritage. Certainly got off to a poor start at the Masters, but generally started to play well, and who knows, maybe he found something at Augusta National. DeChambeau was the opposite. He got off to a great start at the Masters, and then he slid down the leaderboard, so I think he's going to be really motivated to get back to playing well, and this is a golf course that I really like for him. It takes a lot to figure out the wind here because of the tall trees and the wind coming off the sound, and I think he'll be motivated to try and calculate that and figure it out. Moving away from the favorites, a couple of horses for courses here. How can you go wrong with Jim Furyk and Luke Donald? Jim Furyk, a past champion here. Luke Donald, 5 times a runner-up at the RBC Heritage. Furyk is obviously playing better this year. Donald is still sort of clawing his way back after a number of injuries, but he should feel right at home here on Hilton Head, and I like him to have a good week. And then moving down to some of the guys with bad odds, I mean, Adam Hadwin is 100-1. How do you not take those odds? Adam Hadwin, again, a guy who's primarily known as a ball striker. It slipped a little bit in recent years. He would tell you that, but he's coming off 3 weeks of rest, and I like him to have a good week. And the other guy that I like is Beau Hossler, and I'm only saying that because I predicted Beau Hossler would have a monster year at the start of 2019, and he hasn't, so I'm depending on him to figure something out. He did have a pretty decent finish at the RBC Heritage last year. I think this week is the week that Beau Hossler turns things around. He's too good a player to have such high odds, so those are my dark horse picks, and those are my picks for the RBC Heritage.